Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at Mythic Plus. Welcome, 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 welcome to all my friends, fans, potential fans. Please like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. Helps me out greatly, helps the algorithm. YouTube sucks, we already know that. And feel free to stop by and check me out on Twitch. So today what we are doing is we are going to go through a little bit of what I do during this Mythic Plus run. Just a little bit step-by-step for a Vengeance Demon Hunter. So, as it stands out, Demon Hunter. So, as it stands out, as most keys start, I do a countdown. I usually don't meta, but, well, as a tank, I don't meta, because it doesn't really seem like there's a point. You get like 3 seconds, but it is what it is. Since this week is bursting and explosive, it's what we kind of consider like the push week. I mean, you could say that Tyrannical can make the bosses a bit hard, but they really, don't matter that much if your healer is good and you at least understand the mechanics of the fight. For this poll, as you can see, and they were asking me to get a little more risky. So, I'm just making sure I drop a Silence Sigil on top of the Goliath, because their fists need to be interrupted, like right there. Rebellious Fist hurts a hell of a lot. If he manages to get it off, he might actually have to hit meta, but as you can see, I'm running the Mythic Plus build, which is, I believe it's Burning Alive's talent, which is the one that spreads the God, I'm having a brain fart. The little fell flame thing. The little, thing. Pretty much that's our only passive damage reduction. Sorry, I have a brain fart about the abilities. But yes, you know what I'm talking about. The sigil. Sigil of flame. That's, well, yeah. Anyway, so, going on to the pulls from there. You just have to be really careful when it comes to the Goliaths. They can fuck you over. Some of these mobs heal, like there's a Mender right here, as you can see. It's not too bad, though. Just keep them silenced, push through. Since this is a 15 key, we will be having to, well, I guess being blessed with the Guardians of Torghast to where we can get their abilities. I actually prefer this affix a lot over the Sire Denethria's bullshit that's going on with the whole thing where it summons the ad and you have to kill it. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. This is one of the better ones in my opinion, even though it's kind of like you really don't have player choice. You kind of do. I mean, it's hit or miss, but I guess we'll see. The one thing I will say I hate about Spires of Ascension is the freaking flights. Ugh, they take freaking forever, man. So for the Executioner, I will say that just in general, as like a little bit of a rule of thumb, I try to maintain my distance with everyone, as everyone should, so you don't get feared. But I also try to, as a tank, kind of keep my eye out to see if anyone's not stacking with the group. So, kind of just be a nice guy, whether you believe it or not. Whatever works, works, right? But, yeah, it's not too bad. The biggest thing you have to watch out for, obviously, is the cleave. You don't really need to hit any cooldowns. I mean, you can do is the little bit of the burst with the 40% DR that I was having trouble reading the damn name for earlier. But yeah, it's not bad at all. This next pack though, is kind of dangerous right before the first boss. You have to be careful with it. As you can see, I took the standing still damage reduction and the increased damage just because in general it seemed to me like it was the best thing to take. You just do a lot of DPS, especially if you're trying to push keys. I mean, my gear is decent. It's not like trash. I think the current Mythic Plus build I'm running is like about 345 item level. So I'm still up there. I'm still pretty geared, but I'm trying to push out as much damage as I can without, being on a budget, if you will. But yeah, the first boss I would say is pretty annoying, as in melee at least. My buddy here, Beefy / Gildy here, when we were doing the fight, he was complaining. He's like, "Oh, moving all over the damn place. This fight is just one of those annoying fights to where it's like the ad throws shit and then runs across the room. And it's like, oh, well, okay, I guess we gotta drag the boss on top of it just to, you know, do some extra damage. But overall, it's not too bad. Just make sure you have Demon Spikes up or the damage reduction or your meta up anytime he's doing the frontal cleave. And try your best to sidestep the spears. It's not always the best thing. But, you know, you just do your best so your group doesn't fucking hate you. Which I seem to have that issue. But, yeah, it's, I would say for the most part, though, there's not much to talk about with this boss, except dodge the orb, kill the boss, cleave. Try to keep it as stacked as possible. Like, if you look at me, I wait until, the ad slash the boss's pet, I guess, gets in no position, then I leap over. I kinda piss the melee off, but I just try not to get that fucking, clothesline in to where it fucks him over. So, just do the best you can, you know, it's, fruits will eventually, bear from the labor, but, in any event, though, it's not bad. You shouldn't really have to use a CD, well, meta, unless you're pretty undergeared. I will say, out of the bosses that we are going to go through today, this one is just the most annoying. Just for the fact of, you know, how long it takes. It's just dumb. Unless you fix your fights. But yeah, I would say, though, just in general, while we're DPSing this boss down, that the best way to get started when it comes to being a Demon Hunter tank and pushing hierarchies is really just practice. I know for a while this one was whooping my butt because I didn't understand the little kindred spirit line slash the clothesline I was talking about. A lot of people in my pugs I see die to that all the time, and they're like, what the fuck? It's like, it's really an easy mechanic to miss. I mean, it's visible, but you don't think it'll do that much damage to you. So you're just thinking it's like, oh, I'm okay. There we go, going down. This next pack, obviously, you got the 6 stealth dudes. I know one's gonna friggin' stun me every time I do it. So I preemptively meta, because I think it's the last one I don't get out yet. The last one I don't get out fucking stuns me, you know, just as usual. Be very careful with the bleeds. Usually when I get 4 to 5 bleeds, I start to kite around the room. It starts to get a little bit hairy. As you can see there, like, I start dipping, you know, like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm trying to keep in mind that I want to pull the Dark Praetor off to the side, too, as soon as I can. Even though this is bursting, you kind of want to keep the, sorry about that. You kind of want to keep the movement going. The problem with bursting, though, you have to be really, really, really fucking careful, is the more you pull, yes, the more damage you take from a crap load of ads, but you make the DPS want to AoE more and more and more, and if they all die together, the healer's gonna hate you. We had a paladin this run, so it's not too bad. I believe he slash she did pretty well, but overall, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Just do the best you can. You can't do much, right?